Today's event is also being brought to you by Ride TV Sports on Ride TV Go video platform. Showcasing the horse culture and the lifestyle, Ride TV Go delivers live broadcast streaming and a great selection of on-demand video content for people who enjoy and care about horses. Get a free 7-day trial when you sign up at ridetvgo.com.
They've got a great family entertainment format there at Ride.
You'll be able to see that again. In fact, you can check with Ride TV and their guide and see other great sporting events as well. And you can go to the website of Hits Shows and review some of the previous $1 million events that I believe are still held on the website. Mike Moran here with Dennis Mitchell. It's a beautiful afternoon. Capacity crowd. 14 horses qualified for the jump off. $300,000 to the winner. If Mandy Porter could continue on her winning streak, that would be $600,000 in 7 or 8 days.
That's a nice paycheck for a week's work.
A little bit less than they're paying us, but nonetheless,
Yeah.
it's a good.
But
good
we got the
jumping
T-shirts,
wage.
Mike. Let's
That's
not forget
true.
the clothes.
We're nicely outfitted. Thank you to Horse Shows in the Sun. Here comes the water truck and tractors and crew busily removing the fences not used. Verna Deeg in the center with the Hunter course designer, and who's assisting Mr. Deeg today. Out of Maffett Lakes, Iowa, Tim Hott. All the other HIT staff checking, making sure that everything is A-OK. Right up here in front of us.
The footing seems to be helped great. It seems to be holding up.
Another of our great sponsors is Antares. We invite you to stop by their Antares booth to demo one of their authentic French saddles handmade at their
So I think these horses will fly around here. There's no, there was one stumble, I think, by the gate was all we had.
Well, the footing
that wasn't the footing.
Yeah, footing is superb here. Just absolute. Well, it's superb in Saugerties. It's superb here. It was superb in California. And they take excellent care of it. Excellent care. And that's part of the secret to this footing. You can't just throw it in the ground. It does take maintenance, but it is fabulous.
Our title sponsor for our $25,000 Grand Prix that we have at our Hits Ocala Winter Circuit each and every week is SmartPack, a sponsor of our Hits Horse Shows and Nation.
In a moment, we'll take a look at our jump-off course.
Sometimes all you can expect is the unexpected.
Mike.
One thing you can always count on for your horse's supplements in SmartPacks. The SmartPacks are more than supplements simplified. They're better health for your horse on auto. You can visit SmartPack's website, smartpacks.com. Get started or request a free
Okay. Well, Mike, we've got some jumps added to the jump off. We've got 2 new jumps, 17 and 18. We turned back to part of the triple.
Well, actually, I believe 16 is a new jump as well.
And we turned back to B and C of the triple. We eliminate the triple bar. They've taken that out.
Sponsors here at our Hits Ocala Winter Circuit is CWD, the top of the range custom-made.
So we're
There's actually, it appears to me, 10 jumps in the jump off, which is
and it uses the whole field. It's not going to be
it's quite a long jump off.
a galloping horse is going to be the winner here, not
Yeah, time allowed in the jump off is a lot of times a first round time allowed in a lesser jump first round course,
Yeah.
69 seconds. So that is that's quite a bit of time for a jump off.
So this is almost reminiscent of a Nations Cup jump off. We're talking about a real test of stamina for these horses. They just jumped around a 1.60 course with 17 efforts, and then to come back and jump 10
It's
efforts in the jump off is
a lot of jumping.
Yep.
A lot of jumping. However, $300,000 in
Is a
Mr.
lot of money.
Deeg's money is viel Geld, as they would say in Germany. But what an afternoon.
beautiful.
Crowd
Beautiful
stirring,
day.
standing up, enjoying every second. every kind of person and every kind of outfit out today. Show jumping alive and well here in the world of horses in Ocala, Florida. Beautiful venue, beautiful jumps. And you can see that the condition of the footing comes back to perfect after a good spritz and some proper dragging. Now the drags, interestingly enough, are excellent pieces of equipment, and they're made specifically to take care of this kind of footing. A little bit of disruption followed by a rolling action, and it just
I have a Parma drag at my ring. I have an artificial footing as well, and they're a great piece of equipment.
can give you a consistent, even footing all the way around. Great American Insurance Company, the leader in providing the finest equine insurance for every type of horse, not just show jumping, but racing, chasing, polo, breeding, farms, it all happens. At the top of the line in insurance companies that deal in equine coverage, Great American Insurance Company. 49 attempted Werner Dieg's course, an amazing 14. Sounds like a lot. However, there was an awful lot of talent here.
And some of the favorites wound up falling victim to this, the length of
It
course.
was not just a walk in the park at all. Absolutely not just a walk in the park.
So we're almost ready. I think the final preparations being made. So the jump off course, Mike, starts with the vertical down near the gate, fence 10, and across to a vertical at 16, one of the new jumps on the course, and then across the arena to 13, the original 13, a big oxer. A roll back to 7 B and C, the oxer to the vertical. Roll back again to 5 to 14 right in front of us here, Mike. And
Yeah, 7 ABC 4 5.
4 or 5, you're right. And
The
then,
option. Now the option becomes a real option.
And 6 to 17, which is this line in front of us looks to be a 6. Probably wind up doing it in 5 if they're with the horses that we have here.
Then a mad dash to 18. Going toward the big hits banner on the way out in front of our general admission crowd who will be cheering them on, I'm sure. And
It's
nice
a good
big-
gallop to that last jump, so it ought to be pretty exciting if they're clear to there.
And a big oxen square.
And the painted rails, always a sort of a visual for the horses when there's one of those horizontal stripes as opposed to the vertical stripes on them.
We're breaking through to add their name to our $1 million club. So we'll be getting underway with our jump off.
So it's not a gimme. We're looking
Certainly
at
not. I mean, you could be fabulous in the first round, and you could absolutely fold up like an easy chair here on the jump off. You know, and what's the attitude of the horse, especially ones, in a 49 horse field? Let's say the first one that went clear quite a bit of time ago, 2 o'clock. It's now 4:35 Eastern Standard Time. That's 2.5 hours.
That's
so that
true.
horse is going, am I done for the day? What are we doing here? He's
Yeah.
got to come back out. He's going to have a new attitude. And that goes for pretty much a good portion of the jump off field. It's a brand new day.
Yeah, because we
So-
didn't have that many clearers other than Mandy at the end of the field, and like you say, with that many in the jump off, they're all going to be at that same.
Right. There's going to be a real difference of coming back. They're going to see many of the same jumps, some they hadn't, as you described. But what's the attitude of the horse when he comes back? What happened to him between the first round and now preparing for the jump off?
And
Did
the
he
weather is
fall
bit-
asleep or?
The weather's nice, but it is 82 degrees.
Yeah, it's
It'll
warm.
take a little out of them.
So lots of factors affect the outcome. It isn't just a great ride, but all those things, you know, the horses coming back, the riders coming back, you know. The fact that the rider has to sit around for 2.5 hours to wait. If it was me, I wouldn't be coming back. My arthritis would have made me a statue.
But these guys have done it. These big days are what they live for.
That's right.
And
Show jumping is my life.
there's some of us have to live in the real world, but not people in the horse business.
Here's the one that we talked about that's been waiting for 2.5 hours as he returns. Connor Swale
And Connor's
made it look easy to start it off. How's he going to do in the jump off?
he's making a pretty good tour here, so that his horse gets warmed up and know it's a no class.
Rubens L.S. La Cia, owned by Vanessa Mannix of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Irishman Connor Swale shows us the somewhat shortened course.
It's not diminished in height, however. These are big jumps, and they're going to go at speed over these big jumps. So
And it is, now he raises his hand there, and this is something that's new to the Americans. The Europeans have been doing it for some time. When the horse wants to relieve himself like that, they have only 45 seconds to get to the first
10
fence.
jumping efforts here
So he
in
raises
our
his hand to
jump-off
say,
round,
my
and
horse is
again, at
having
the finish
a
line, our
private
Great American
moment.
time to beat.
The jury,
Fewest
if
number
they
of points
choose
will
in
take the
America, I
victory
believe they
in
might have
the
made it a rule by now,
Grand Prix.
stops the clock
Ruben
so that he
Lucia will be our
doesn't
first to
go
jump
over
off with Connor Swale.
the 45 seconds.
so he's going to be down almost 10 seconds.
Yeah,
getting
I'm
to the
not so
first
sure
jump.
they stopped the clock.
8-7. He's fine.
Yeah, he's over fence number 10.
And not so fast across the. I thought he'd be faster than across the diagonal, but he's picking up the speed now to the oxer. Good turn back here.
Oh, there's a rail. Long jump off. Could have made it just to, 5 to 17.
Yeah, we could have eliminated this line.
Yeah. And hitting the ground at 44 right there. After 17, not racing necessarily to the end, so he's 4 faults and 51, 491.
So our first entry
51,
in the field of
491,
14 leaves the door open
and
just
landed
a
off
bit,
of
so we have
17
just
at
a
about
single
44
wheel come down in our
seconds.
jump-off
Not the
course.
speediest
The
of
four faults helps
efforts.
our Great American time to beat a 51.
Well, he kind of. I think back to 7B, Mike. He didn't. He made the turn, but he never squared up to that oxer. He was still in the process of turning when he jumped in, and I think that's where that horse went wrong and dropped his front end a little bit at 7B.
GC Chopansbushi and Alberto Michan, the Olympian, rides again for Iron Horse Farm on the 11-year-old Dutch gelding. So we'll be looking for our first clear performer here in the jump off. Really get the race going. Not that there couldn't be a winner at 4 faults.
He's got a little better pace to the first jump than Connor did. Yeah, it's a matter of time is going to separate the winners, I think, Mike, no matter what.
That honeycomb.
A little slow here. Connor was faster in that spot, but this horse jumped really expansively. Let's see if he squares up coming to the combination. No,
Oh.
and there's the same problem.
Oh, there's a no score.
And a involuntary dismount.
Unbelievable that. Well, you've got to put it out there, or you won't have a chance, and that's thrill of victory and the agony of defeat when your feet hit the ground. It's over.
That right turn, I think if they wait one more stride and get squared to that, they're going to have more luck than
Yeah,
the
that's
first
a-
two horses.
That's a crafty.
So the turn back after a good jump at the red and yellow, but again, turned back pretty quick, never really got square to it, and the horse didn't know where he was going. He thought he was going into the standard, and
Yeah, I mean, optical illusion when you come at an angle like that, toward the left, all you can see is that standard of the B element
and
or the C element.
you know, horses' eyes are on the side of their head. They have a different visual than we have, even when they're approaching it.
Binocular and monocular.
I guarantee you, Alberto wishes he could take that back right now.
Well, he can't.
No, he's 13th as far as I can see at this point.
So far, it's not looking good. Here's Crystalline now, and Adrian Sternlick riding for Starlight Farms LLC, Greenwich, Connecticut. This is the 8-year-old Bavarian mare. She's going to take a turn and see what it looks like. This is where I want to be squared up.
Yeah, if she can make that happen, that'll work.
That's a sharp inside turn to such a scopy combination.
I think the place to be fast is away from one, and after you jump the combination across the ring to the next jump, not make the time there. You know, try to like away from one here. Not as fast as I thought she'd go. She's taking her time here. But with the same results.
There, yeah. Well,
it's
they're
a
trying to get out to the left after, and they're not out yet. I think it's a little anxious. So you got to let that first element happen.
She actually had the right idea, just
44
horse
was
didn't
the
cooperate.
time for our first horse. She's right on that same time, maybe a little slower. But she's picked it up here. And 51.6.
Well, you see a nearly identical time.
Closely into second.
Now here comes one of the
Crystalline.
fastest guys on the grounds. And if he doesn't self-destruct, Todd will be one of the fast ones, even though he's going early in the class.
Former $1 million winner.
Kind of giving him a little encouragement here through the turn.
Already won $5.2 million. 400,000 in last year's efforts. Nobody tries harder in the jump off than this guy.
And what makes him so successful at riding against speed is he runs away from the jumps, not at them. And that makes, you know, a horse will run, you know, like I say, he'll set the jump up, but gallop away.
Once again, this is Valinsky S. and Todd Minicus.
See him
riding for
run
Michael
through the
Garland
turn.
and
Grabbed a good one there. He's running away from the jump again.
Let's see if he
Going a
can
little
get
wider here.
square. Got to hit it just right. Oh, that's blazing.
He's coming back to this vertical.
Blazing.
Doesn't self-destruct. There's that speed kills, huh?
Yeah, the pair. However, let's look at the 44 seconds that we saw before. We don't have the time here. Boom, there he is.
This has got to be faster than Connor by a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Oh,
too
yeah.
bad. That
That's
was
gotta be the
that was a
leader.
winning trip.
46.56.0 for Valinsky.
That may be one of the fastest times we register over this many jumps.
Well, like we said, it could be won by a 4-fault score. That's not impossible. I don't know that we'll see a fast clear round in that neighborhood at 4.66.
Well, here comes our English invader,
Okay.
and he rides against the clock as well as anyone in the world.
Don
as well.
Vito now and Ben Maher. 9-year-old Dutch gelding, Poden Farms. Entry. It's their second entry that got into the jump off. The second one that went in the competition, not the second in the jump off. But Don Vito is the mount here, and speedy Olympian Ben Maher.
Little different approach to the first jump. Couple of lead changes here, a little minor dressage going to the first. A little slower. Not attacking the first jump. He's going for a double clear. He's opening up a little now.
Well, 4 of 14 in front of him have not enjoyed the Clear performance. So Clear at this point puts the pressure on the additional.
He's picking it up a little now, but staying a
additional
little.
group. Well, I think it's right to get a Clear score here rather than Blaze at this juncture. And Clear's going right to the front.
Got lucky
Dangerous
there.
44 was the time to hit the ground here to maintain that time. He's right on that 44, so he's right on the 51.491 time. A little faster here. And a Clear score, 50.874. 50874. And Ben Maher and Don Vito on top for the Poden Farms of Wellington.
Our new great American time to beat comes from our Englishman.
So there you have it, 50.874.
Takes the lead now, setting a new great American
Certainly not near Valinsky S, but clear
More importantly, the
and leading.
clear round of the class
So now the foot race is really on. Mounting in the ring, our next entry.
takes us on to the next of our entries in our jump off return order.
H.H. Callis.
52 that comes in to try to catch him. 852 is
Okay, now if somebody was going to chase down Ben Maher, McLean Ward might be a pretty good bet.
I would think.
As he comes in on H.H. Callis, this is the third entry that showed in the Double H Farm category. Three-time winner. He could make it 4 if he could put it away today for the Great American Prize.
Mentally, they've seen that in come down a bunch of times. All these guys now are starting to get smart about the approach to 7B.
Well, this one's downfall in the first round was in a combination coming out of an oxer to a vertical with 4 faults in the first round there at the AIGN Thermal.
Big angle to the first jump. Took advantage of where the timers were. Pretty fast here.
No one any craftier than this man.
Good turn here. Goes a little wide. Try to set up the clear round. Took an extra step there, but I think the foot speed is there. He may be ahead of Ben coming to this vertical. Got patient at the pair. Good turn here.
Yeah, hitting that well, slicing across the top. Makes it a little longer. Got the stride. 44, right on the money. Got to keep going. Got to keep going. Got to keep going. Got to keep going.
Oh, got lucky at the end.
Yeah, 51,
Not enough.
379, not fast enough.
Got a little too conservative to the last jump, Mike. He should have been listening to you.
Well, you know, they just don't sometimes. You know how those kids are.
Here come-
H. Collins.
Here comes a fast one with Lauren.
Well, I mean,
Huff.
Olympian against Olympian right there. Olympian against Olympian. Ooh la la. Here's another Olympian. Ooh la la and Lauren Huff have their work cut out for them now. This speedy little horse, can it be that speedy? Yeah, I think you need to be.
This horse is awful catty. I think if she just lets him go normal speed, she'll be right there at the top.
I think when you land at 17, you've got to be better than 43 to take the lead. 43 would be.
McLean had a little bit of a stumble after the vertical here to the Oxer, and I don't think he felt comfortable opening up to the last jump.
This mare is trying to be 16 hands, maybe. Maybe.
I don't think she's that big, is she?
If she's wearing double pads, possibly. High heels, as it were.
Same angle to the first jump.
Big heart, though. Big heart. Yeah, you really can't let up. There's nowhere to coast here. Nowhere to coast.
Quick there, left long. She's getting over to the Oxer across to the fence. Quick enough. I think she's more careful with speed. this
Catty
horse.
little thing.
Quick across here.
Yeah, the mare loves to go fast.
You can ease off the throttle a little here.
We're We're looking at 44. She's ahead right now. I'd say she's landing 42. If she keeps going, she'll have the front end of the competition in hand, and she does. 48, 966.
And nary a rub.
48, 966, and that is very much ooh la la. Oh boy.
Here comes our
Well,
German
Mandy
contender.
Porter could be involved in the Triple Crown. She's coming last in the jump off. But here's a man that's won 2 times, and he's always been in the jump off in the millions.
And he's deceivingly fast across the ground.
Very, very fast across the ground. Here's Andre Thiem and Contendrix, the 13-year-old Holsteiner gelding, several times a winner of the Hamburg Derby in Germany. Twice he knows what this is all about. Right now, it's all about how fast can he make that big gray horse go after that tiny bay horse. 42, she hit the ground after 17. So if he's nowhere near that or has a rail down early, it'll be something other than the winner.
He's going conservative here to make the turn. Gallops away.
This horse covers a lot of ground. Big galloping horse.
Faster here, baby.
Big galloper. Lauren Huff about 5'4". Andre Thiem about 6'4". Man versus woman. Woman versus man.
A little conservative
Yeah, a
here.
little
I think
slower.
he's going to have to be. Oh, look at his turn, though. I don't know. It
He
was
got
faster.
lucky there. He's got to be 42. 1, 2, 3. He's
If
going to
he
have to
gallops-
run. He's going to have to run.
He's-
48,
he is.
966.
Oh!
49, 50, 086. Not going to work. 50, 0, 0, 86.
He took a little feel to the last jump, and that's what cost him. I think he was on it if he'd left one out there.
Contendrix, consistent performer in this class, the Great American Million. He's moved into the second spot. I'm sure he's happy, but not that happy because he's been in the winner's circle in the $1 million events before.
But a great trip and a great effort. David Raposa coming up. I think he'll lay
SNL
it.
Sage, he's going to run the legs off of this horse.
I
if he
think he'll
wants
lay it
everything.
out. He's got nothing to lose, right?
Absolutely nothing. SNL Sage, 10-year-old Belgian gelding, time to beat is under 50. You've got to be 42 and land and run to 18.
David's a fast rider. If this horse responds like he's supposed to, he should be right there.
Believe me, I don't know what the ticket cost to be here today, but it was well worth the money.
We didn't lose a person. I think we gained a few for the jump off. Everybody stayed to watch.
Huge, bowing out a little after the first fence.
Good gallop here. A little slower than Lauren, though. He's going to have to pick it up.
I think we'll see, regardless, we'll see one hell of a run to the last
Beautiful,
fence.
beautiful ride there.
Yeah, he needs to get him going forward, like you mentioned with Todd.
Up.
That's going to clip his wings. Now we'll slow down a bit. Nonetheless, it's going to be a good paycheck
And
for
it's
this
a great effort for David. This horse has come a long way. At this point, he beats Alberto.
Yes, he does. 8 faults in 52, 943.
Well, solid performance here
5-2,
in the Great American
943 for SNL Sage.
There's a great crowd here today, though. They're
It's
all,
the best of his time together with one another right here, this paycheck, I think.
the crowd looks like they're on the edge of their seats. They're all enjoying it. I mean, this is a
Well, it's nonstop.
and it's
you
a
know,
knowledgeable
excitement.
horse crowd.
Certainly nonstop excitement.
So Francois,
Chanel du Calvaire and Francois Lemontagne from Quebec.
Aboard his entry, Chanel du Calvaire.
this should be exciting.
Up, there goes the hand. Full of relief. Ah, put the spurs up possibly there. Up on the spur rests for a little extra incentive to go quickly. As we say in Germany, mach schnell. That's what Werner Dieg would say. Irish, German, now French Canadian.
A little slow coming back to this vertical.
I don't think he's really on
He's-
the hunt
he's-
here.
oh, and there he
It's
is, down.
over early.
I think Francois was happy to go clear in the first round.
I think so. He's going to go home with a bunch of gold in his purse. There's the Pirates.
He took
Say.
enough time there, but the horse, again, it wasn't really squared up for that oxer. Right there.
Well, he'll float on home with 8 faults. 12. 57, 539 with a dozen.
Chanel du Calvaire, that final fence coming down gives us that 12-fault score that we really didn't want to see, but it is the score, and 57-539. And that's going to move into our 9th place position, leaving us with only 5 challengers remaining. In fact, 4 challengers remaining now in our large jump-off field. We'll welcome in entry number 954, and next with the shot to try to catch Lauren Huff and Ola.
So here's the man,
American Insurance time to beat a 48-9.
Manuel Andrade.
For Manuel Andrade, up next, his own entry, Ricoeur Courcelle, next to jump off.
Ricoeur Courcelle coming up next. Here's 954. He's his number Nations Cup winner, Mexico national team member, Cel Francais Stallion. This was one that the crowd enjoyed tremendously in the first round. Let's see if they have the same love for him here in the tiebreaker. He needs to pick it up. It's the one that fires out behind. They always love that behind you action. Look at him, point, and needs to come along. Needs to come along.
It looks like Manuel's going to try for a double clear here and get a good piece. He's brisk, but he's not in any hurry.
No, he's not pressing the program.
This horse is a good jumper.
Just overrode that. No need for that 4 faults there. 4 coming home. Be in the 50s. It's a 4-fault score in 52, 358. 52, 358.
He could have been a little more patient like he was at the other jumps here at this vertical. I think he is the one time he took a shot and it came down on him.
In 8th with just 3 more entries remaining for the jump off, and the next of those set to take the stage now. Another of our very fast riders you'll see here in the jump off, Devin Ryan comes up next in the jump off aboard his entry named Cooper.
So
Devin Ryan and Cooper next. Out of Long Valley, New Jersey, 10-year-old Dutch gelding. He's going to have to really put the hammer on here.
I've watched this sport ride. He's capable of going fast enough. Now, whether this horse is going to respond with a clear performance going fast, I don't know. Another hand up.
Well, right now, the Olympian Lauren Huff is on top of the field. A clear run and a blazing 48.966 on Ooh La La for the Ooh La La group. No newcomer to the winner's circle, but this would be her first million that she captures. This the second leg of the HITS Triple Crown of Show Jumping, the Great American Insurance Company's $1 Million Grand Prix here in Ocala, Florida. Gonna have to pick it up quite a bit, I think.
Devin's looking for a double clear, I think, which is not the worst approach at this point in the class.
No, it certainly isn't. And that won't get him there. And he won't be able to outrun Valinsky S, I don't believe. So the best he's looking right now is about 6th if he doesn't incur any additional penalties.
Got lucky there.
Right after it.
It's too bad. It looks like when he dares this horse, it stays a little more careful. He maybe should have went for it earlier.
49,560. That's quite good. 49,560 for Cooper. Looks like 6th position right here. 49,560 for Cooper and Mr. Ryan. Pheno 4 coming up next. Thinks Like a Horse. Aaron Vale.
Well, it won't be for lack of trying. I guarantee
certainly won't.
he's not going to try for a double clear. He's a little like Todd. And
The last time I built a Grand Prix in Ocala, when it was at the old facility, he won on a gray horse. Last fence was a triple bar with a good long run, and I mean, you'd have thought it was the 2-year-old $1 million race in Ruidoso Downs, the way he ran at the last fence.
he can ride like his hair's on fire when given the opportunity. And he's gotten smart about the turning, and he'll get right over to the rail to make a little cut at the first jump. He angles this. Jumped on a little more angle than most. This horse could be a little more careful behind for me. A little wider there, but he got him clear.
Don't know that he's on the pace of Ooh La La. She was.
Yeah, he's
considered
taking
youth-
too many steps here.
Yeah. Well, careful clear is going to be a very good paycheck. Could be
He'll run at the last one now.
yeah, 51-44. He's going to be in there. Close. 49-442. Second right now. There was a man who knew how to use the time wisely. Didn't go crazy. Finau 4 now in for a very big paycheck in the neighborhood of $200,000+ for second. And it's Aaron Vale. Thinks like a horse. Just as you say, he always does it. Well, are we going to see history here? Is it possible we'll see history? Here's our last to ride now. This is Milano. Mandy Porter captured the AIG Million in California. Had a blistering clear performance there. And she is the first and only person at this juncture who can protect the Triple Crown of show jumping. And she has a big job in front of her. Interestingly enough, she knows Lauren Huff very well.
So Mandy is she's good against the clock, Mike. She rode fast last week. I don't think she's going to take any prisoners. Do you?
Well, I don't think they flew all this way to take prisoners. Yeah, it's a big course for her, and we saw her in the first round. Her first attempt at a -60 successful. Now can she do it at speed?
Here comes the angle to the first jump that Ooh La La didn't take.
And this horse is not that much bigger than Ooh La La. And let me tell you, she blazed when she was in thermal. But another day, another time.
Needs to pick it up just a little bit.
This is just
She's
how he
getting it
jumped
right
in
here, though.
In thermal, she was just as aggressive. 48.966 is the time she needs. And she still got it. It's a catty little horse.
Good turn here. She got to keep on it.
If she stays on it, it'll be close. If she can maintain.
One more stride there to
Slower
Nulala.
there.
Here's the turn.
A little fussy, Oh,
Got
lucky.
lucky. She needs to
Hit
run
this
at the
well.
last.
48.966. Ah, didn't have the time.
And the last jump. Well, the Triple Crown is safe once more.
49.283. Well, it wasn't for lack of trying, that's for sure. Milano does have a successful trip here with 4 faults. She'll end up 7th here. And what a day. What a competition.
Lauren
What a-
Huff is our winner and our first millionaire here with Lauren Huff.
Now a new member to the $1 Million Club. It is Ooh La La Olympian Lauren Huff showing them all how to do it.
And
A
in the-
small horse, a short rider, but a big, big victory.
And that horse at speed jumped better than it did in the first round. I mean,
And won
she was more careful.
fairly
in the second round.
convincingly. Tremendous effort from the clear performers. Ooh La La, Finau 4, Contendrix, Don Vito, H.H. Callis, all top riders. Just as we predicted, the cream rose to the top, and we almost had the second leg of the Triple Crown in contention to have the Triple Crown. But now Socrates will be an open, and everybody will be after that first prize there as well. Great American Insurance Company bringing us the most spectacular show jumping event in Florida, the Great American Million.
And
Olympian
Lawrence-
Ooh La La emerges the winner.
Lauren just never took she never took a breath. She stayed right on it the whole way around. Just a tremendous effort for that little horse. And the jumps were plenty big. And, you had to go fast.
I think Werner Dig did a wonderful job. A lot of horses, I think, rose to the occasion that you wouldn't normally see. And some got in there that, handicapping this type of a thing is so difficult because there's so many good riders. And different day, different dog, different tune.
We had the one fall, but basically most horses, none of them left here with a bad taste in their mouth. They all felt like they'd enter next week if they had to.
No, and we certainly hope that the horse is okay that did have the fall early on in the competition. And our thoughts go out to the rider and the owner, Emily Moffat, and the Poden Farms of Wellington. And we hope that horse is resting comfortably. I'm sure he's over at the vet hospital and munching some hay while they have attended to whatever injury he might have sustained.
So an impressive performance here today, especially from our top finishers. Their top 5
Well, Ooh La La will be back here in a moment.
to finalize our Great American $1 Million Grand Prix.
They're awaiting presentation.
Tremendous effort by Lauren Huff. But then she had all that international experience and the Olympic experience, and she can draw on a lifetime of being a winner.
And she was in Europe all fall and winter, right? And the horses show the seasoning when they come in the ring.
Well, my pick for the Socrates winner, Jessica Springsteen, I had looked at my notes and I thought, my goodness, this girl has been 6 times an award winner, not a winner of the competition, but 6 times a good prize in 5-star competition over the summer. And I thought, she's prime, she's ready. Let's take another look at that spectacular round by Lauren Huff and Ooh La La.
You see how active this mare is at the first jump and just, doesn't get fast till after the Oxer, but jumps this vertical well and then gallops across to the Oxer.
Race is on.
Look at the upper body control, though. Lauren going fast. She looks like she could be at half speed as fast as she went. Never out of position. Beautiful ride here. Good turn back.
Just such a diminutive mare with such a huge heart.
And then the turn back after this Oxer, I think, is where she won it. She turned 2, 3, 3 strides away.
As again, after those 5 clear
And a good
rounds
gallop to
in
the
the
last.
jump
There
off,
she
we
ran away
had
from that jump pretty well.
that was uncatchable
A
as
little
her
bit of a
great
wrestle to the
American
last as
turns
well.
time to be
She
Beautiful
put
ride.
in the time, 48 and change. Nobody got to the 48 point but her. Second award was 49. Third and fourth were in the 50 range. Fifth was in 51. And here she is back now to accept the $300,000 check.
Well-deserved win. That was a great class and a well-deserved winner.
Olala group out of Wellington, Florida, turning in an untouchable time from our clear jump off in 48 and
Tremendous effort.
9.66. As Lauren Huff continues to impress our American riders,
Continuing the
winning time and taking
winning
the title
ways
in our
of the
Great
Huffs.
American $1 Million Grand Prix.
I'm sure that if her mother, Linda Huff, was in the Hunter division now, she would have bested the International Derby field on so many occasions, had so many great hunters. And Lauren got her start there in California by being a pony champion and then went on and on and on. And here she is today, another tremendous accolade. The winner of the Great American Million here, the second leg of the Triple Crown of Hits Show Jumping. So when we get to Socrates, we'll have all the million winners with us again. There won't be a Triple Crown, but there will be $1 million, and it will be incredible.
Look at the top 4. Every one of them are speedsters. Every one of them had a great effort.
Right?
So, I mean, it was a win well deserved. It wasn't like she backed into it. She had a ride full out the whole way. Todd sort of set the standard.
3 out of 4 were Olympians, or 3 out of 5 were Olympians, and one had won the Hamburger and Derby 4 or 5 times, and twice $1 million winner. So, I mean, the real cream was in the top 5.
I said that earlier. I thought that this was the best field that we've assembled for this class. And
Certainly, they had to work the hardest to earn the money. That's for sure.
and unfortunately, a couple of really good ones had four-faulted early. BZ Madden and a couple others that would normally be contenders in this jump-off.
Yeah, the Good Luck horse didn't
there's
have
another.
any luck.
But a great class, and the crowd appreciated it. We had a good crowd. It was a good.
Tracy Fenney going out with early rail.
That's entry number 852. That's H.H. Callis and McLean Ward's ride for
A host of 4 falters. There were so many that were so close. A real host of 4
I
falters.
mean, this could be an entire class right here, just the jump-off field. You know, and a lot of Grand Prix. It was
Like you
well
said.
attended, with the right horses, the right riders.
Tremendous day. The great number of people staying by instead of rushing to their cars to get in the monstrous traffic jam that's about to form. The wise ones are here to watch and applaud for the victory
And
gallop.
the victory gallop.
And an opportunity to meet with the riders at the in-gate afterwards was,
I want to
that's
thank Chuck Waters for filling in for us at the in-gate.
absolutely.
I'm sure he was. His daughter had a 4-fault trip, but they were well. Took him away from the schooling area a bit to be our interviewer at the gate.
Tremendous afternoon. Still the sun high in the sky, a beautiful afternoon. And a lot of the horses are going, It's been a long trail. You know, we've been here in Ocala, or we've been somewhere, or we've been in California, and we got on an airplane or got in a van. We came all the way over here. You know, Andre Tima was there. Good Luck was there. Milano was there. McLean's horse was there.
And the beat goes on. A lot of these horses are going to move on to Omaha for the
For
World
the
Cup.
World Cup, that's right. And instead of the beautiful sun and the outdoors, they're going to go inside to a building in Omaha where the ring is not even as long as this one is wide, and have to jump mountains.
But the facility, I understand, Mike, is supposed to be
Quite
the schooling area is quite nice, and I think the city of Omaha, just like Ocala, is embracing the World Cup.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of support in Omaha. You got that older gentleman that has a few extra dollars. I don't know if he's
Yeah,
involved
sure.
in that at all, but
He should be. Hathaway should be involved.
you would think he might just throw a bone that direction.
11th place will go to number 954. That's Record Corsell and Emmanuel Andrade taking the top finish aboard his entry from Wellington.
But having been born right across the river in the poor little town of Council Bluffs, Iowa, Omaha was big in those days.
Now Council Bluff has the casino, so everybody moves across the river as opposed to the other way around.
Now they just go over to eat in a buffet. Yeah, Omaha became quite a city. The downtown portion of Omaha will be a wonderful attraction for people. And the fact that there's, action on the river there as far as restaurants and so on, and the old town and the older, what used to be the factory part of downtown Omaha turned into quite a,
But you can get anywhere there in 20 minutes,
that's,
even during rush hour. You know. So,
few towns can beg that kind of.
and like you said earlier, I think that we're going to see a big influx with the Midwest having the World Cup, Tom opening up Balmoral. I think that's the Midwest could rise again, as it were, as far as the show
Oh, I
jumping
think
goes.
we're going to draw thousands and thousands and thousands of people. They're going to have public management problems.
Here comes Ulala.
Had to get the extra small cooler to make it fit her. Isn't she proud still with the ears forward?
Yeah, she looks like she
McLean?
could go
Yeah,
another trip.
Exactly. Fresh as a daisy. Just a wonderful afternoon. Great horses. Great rides. Great performances. Werner Dieg, a great job as the course designer.
Well,
Well, that wraps it up here in Ocala, Florida for the Great American Million, the second leg of the Triple Crown of show jumping. That won't be going forward, but we will most likely hope to see you in Saugerties. For Dennis Mitchell, for David Kiviat, for Chucky Waters at our in-gate, and for everybody involved in our broadcast and our webcast, this is Mike Moran saying so long from sunny Ocala, Florida.
great class. Thank you, Mike.